Everyone, it is Dr. Terry Whittick with Next Level Health and Fitness. Today, I am joined by Mr. Bentley here, who doesn't look super excited to be here. And we're answering the question, what is the best diet? I'm also going to be giving you 5 universal principles that you can apply to any diet to reach your health goals. So stay tuned. So let's first answer the question, what is the best diet? Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there is no best diet. You can probably relate to this. You probably had a friend that may have tried keto, they lost 30 pounds, and then you go to try it and you gain 10 pounds. So why did it work for them and not for you? Well, everybody's different. We all have different genetic makeup. That means that the way our bodies react to food is going to be different. We all have different dietary preferences. You know, some of us like carbs and want to keep them in our diets. We all have different time allotted for stuff, you know. Some diets require a lot of prep, where some of us may not have the time to do that prep. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, and that's why there's no one best diet. So instead of trying and going out and looking for, let's try this diet or that diet, I'm going to tell you 5 universal principles that you can just apply to your regular diet that's going to help you reach your health goals without being on a diet, okay? Because really, the best diet is one that you can stick to on your worst day. So if you go and you find a good diet that you can sustain long term, that's much better than finding the perfect diet and doing it intermittently. So I'm going to share those 5 principles with you now. Principle number 1, protein is the most important macronutrient in your diet, okay? So protein is important, we know, for building muscle. It's also important for making you feel full. It's also important for keeping your metabolism going. It's super important for if you're trying to lose body fat, to keep that lean muscle mass. And then the one that everybody knows is it's important for building muscle. So that is principle number 1. Protein is the most important macronutrient in your diet. So principle number 2 is no surprise that whole foods bring nutrients, okay? So a lot of clients, when I first give them their plans and stuff like that, they're so surprised about how much food they're actually getting. Some of them can barely finish the food on the plan, and they wonder why. And then when I talk to them about, before you started this, you were probably getting calorie dense food instead of nutrient dense food, okay? What that means is calorie dense food is that Snicker bars, where it's not a lot of food, but there's a lot of calories in it, okay? As opposed to, a plate of broccoli or a plate of, with rice and chicken. You're getting a lot of food, you're filling your tummy more, but guess what? That food's going to give you so many more nutrients than that Snicker bar. So this is super important to remember and understand as you're trying to meet your health goals. So let's talk about processed food. Like, does that mean you have to eat meats, vegetables, and, fruits the rest of your life and you can't have any processed food? That's not true. So you can have some, you just have to minimize it. See, what we don't understand is that when we start to eat whole food, it doesn't taste good. However, if you may have noticed when you've dieted before, is that sometimes that food starts to taste better after a week or 2. And that's because sugar, okay? So what I preach to my clients is to stay away from added sugar. So there's natural sugars in fruits and vegetables in our foods, but it's the added sugar that messes us up, okay? Sugar is super addictive. Okay, it changes the way that your taste buds work. That's why when you cut sugar out, stuff that didn't taste good before starts to actually taste good. And you can sense that, corn and carrots and different things that were like, whatever, actually taste good now. So remember that as you're dieting, is maybe this stuff doesn't taste good at first, but it will. The more that you're able to cut out added sugar, the better these whole foods are going to taste. So principle number 3 kind of goes along or piggybacks off principle number 2, and that is fruits and vegetables, okay? Get more of them. Eat more. Okay? But you got to watch the fruits, because even though fruits is natural sugar, it's still sugar. So sometimes when you're trying to lose weight, if you incorporate too much fruits and not enough vegetables, there's kind of a balance issue there. So just be cautious. I'm not saying that fruits are bad. I love fruits. I think that everybody should be incorporating these into your diet because they have so many benefits, okay? But just be careful. You want to eat more vegetables than fruits. Number 4 may surprise you, and that is sleep. Sleep impacts everything in our life, okay? It impacts your appetite. It impacts your energy levels. You name it, sleep is going to impact it. So there's hormones. The ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, it's going to actually increase that. So you're going to be craving those foods that you shouldn't be having even more. And then it's going to decrease leptin, which is the good hormone. This is the one that makes you feel satisfied when you eat. So if it's decreasing it, you're going to feel less satisfied. You're going to crave that food and you're going to have even appetite. So sleep is so important. With good sleep, you're going to have less cravings and you're going to be able to follow a nutrition plan much better. So principle number 5 is kind of covering all of it, okay? So we all heard of energy in, energy out, and if you have more energy going out than in, that's when you lose weight. Well, that is true, but there's more to it than that. But if you follow the first 4 principles, okay? So if you're getting whole foods, more fruits and veggies, if you're getting more sleep, getting in more quality movement, then you're going to be able to reach your goals. And there's going to be a bonus principle here, okay? And this is one that I practice a lot with my clients, is mindful eating, okay? So what does this mean? So at first, I make my clients all track their food. Even though I'm telling them kind of what to eat, I still want them to track it. So I use MyFitnessPal with all of my clients. They have to go in and enter exactly what they're eating each day, measure it out. This is super tedious and super annoying, and they all hate it. But what that's building is it's building understanding of what you're putting in your body, and it's also helping to learn self-regulation, okay? So what does that mean? That means that is a tool that is going to help you for the rest of your life, and that's the main thing that I try to teach in my program, is that I don't want this to be a codependency where you need me the rest of your life in order to stay fit. I want to teach you the principles to be able to track, understand, and self-regulate eating. Because your relationship with food goes well beyond, taste, anything. Emotional things play a role in it. There's so many different things that we need to address, that this one thing, so eating, Bentley's balancing on my hip here, eating mindfully and understanding. So taking the time to track what you're eating is tedious at first, but I promise you that it's like training wheels. Once you understand that, then you can take the training wheels off and start to incorporate other things into your diet. But by doing that, you're going to understand what exactly you're putting in your body. And that's crucial to meeting your health goals, and not only meeting them, but long-term success. So in conclusion, there's no best diet. You follow these 5 principles, well, 6, I gave you a bonus one, and you will meet your health goals. And not only that, but you will succeed long-term. And it won't feel like you're on a diet because you won't be depriving yourself of anything, okay? So remember to find a good diet that you can follow on your worst day, because that is better than the perfect diet that you follow intermittently. If you are having trouble with this and getting this started, or kind of finding a plan that works for you, or finding whatever your balance is, or if you have trouble tracking and you need some accountability, that's when you reach out to a coach, okay? Sometimes you just need kind of a kick in the ass to get started, and that's where I come in. That's why my program is 3 months, because it takes 21 days to build a habit. It takes 90 to make a lifestyle change, okay? So over the course of those 3 months, you're tracking, you're learning, you're being able to self-regulate, okay? Because at the end of that 3 months, I want to make it so you're independent in doing this, that you're well on your way to meeting your goals. However, now you feel capable of continuing on your own, okay? So even though my program is 3 months minimum, that doesn't mean that at the end of it, I kick you out and you can go on your way. Some people need more time. So we extend the program as long as you need, but I always ask for a minimum of 3 months because I want to make it so this yo-yo dieting track that everybody's on is gone. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get notifications whenever I put out new information. You can follow me on Instagram at dr.terrywhittick. Facebook, you can just look me up, Dr. Terry Whittick or Next Level Health and Fitness. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful day and follow these principles.